It's Monday. Hello, good morning, and welcome to the AM show right here on the Joy News channel. My name is JoyNews, and I'm so excited to have woken up with you this morning. We've got so much coming your way, and of course, we'll start with the news, and guess who will be giving that to us? Good old Roland. How you doing, Roland?
Well, I'm good. It was an exciting period watching the World Cup yesterday, the finals, France and Croatia. Weren't you excited by the goals?
Who are you supporting, first of all, before we get to
Charlie, France.
France, right?
France, they had Cameroonian second-generation migrants there. That's Africa. So I can just imagine if the governments in Africa were providing the facilities that the French government provided for these migrant children. I think that an African country could have been a World Cup winner by now. Just my thoughts, though. In
short, France were the United Nations of the World Cup, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't really know how that affects you and your pocket this morning. The fact that France decided to field a lot of players of African origin. One thing I do know will be affecting your pocket is taxes. And we're coming from a weekend where the rumor is that government will likely increase value-added tax from 17.5% to 21% in the mid-year budget, which will be presented to Parliament on Thursday, 19th of July, Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. Now, today we're wondering whether these rumors are true. So join us as we quiz the Deputy Information Minister, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, right here on this show. It'll be a Kojo and Kojo thing, right? Yeah.
And I'd been doing some reading too, and I'd been asking myself, you know, at some point within the financial year, the last year, where we're told, was it this year, thereabout? We're told that there's been some 3% rather levied on imports, etc. Yes. And for which even the importers were claiming that it means they'll be paying additional 3% in addition to what already existed. But we had some clarifications and all that.
That's right. There was some explanation that that is actually not the case. Right. But there was a change in the cost of importing goods and services, and that is attributed to the introduction of the paperless system. So apparently, people who used to get away with not paying the full import duty now have to. And so that grossly affected the price of imports into the country. And then now this rumor of VAT being increased on top of that certainly makes a few people quiver a little bit.
We'll see how that goes. I guess one of the questions we can also ask is the conversation we've been having among or between ourselves about whether really the state and government has been doing enough to rope in those who already don't pay taxes.
Indeed. Yeah, but we also need to ask whether or not citizens can afford an increase in taxes and how this could affect the economy. So when a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Lord Mensah, joins us, Roland will be questioning him on some of these all-important issues.
I guess that's where finally we bring you what the conversation wrap-up will be for how the World Cup in Russia, dubbed Russia 2018, came about, and some of the moments that we can savor as football fans across the world, especially in our country. And what a World Cup it was, Kojo.
Indeed, yes. Some poetic justice there in the final. Coach Didier Deschamps, of course, won the trophy in 1998. I remember that World Cup so well. He was a player in that tournament, and he's replicated that win in his time as a coach. Luka Modric was adjudged player of the tournament. I think he so well deserves it. But we'll talk about all of this in our final World Cup moments right here on the show.
So we're going to have our regulars, discussants going to join us this morning. We'll be asking them what were some of those incisive moments, some of the pointers for this particular World Cup, and what we can carry on and learn from as countries, as a continent, for the next World Cup as well. And Kojo, you know, the next World Cup, you and I should be there wherever we find ourselves in Qatar. We're told that a stadium will be built, if not all the stadiums, where it's going to be air-conditioned, if that is possible at all. Well, that Gulf state is going to make it happen.
My word, Nyanya Stadium in Qatar. I swear. Yeah, you and I absolutely need to book some seats for that.
I tell you.
But if anyone can do it, it's the Qataris, right? These people know how to lavish cash on infrastructure. They've got a wonderful, wonderful capital city. You need to see it. Yeah, in fact, if multimedia sends you and I to cover the games, it wouldn't be bad, would it?
Yeah, that'll be in 4 years. 4 years.
4 years from now, right?
4 years.
Yeah, so you better be good. Okay, on a mysterious Friday, the 13th, and you know, so much superstition around Friday. Someone made me a promise on Friday the 13th, and I'm hoping it doesn't come true.
That's a movie, right?
Yes, there's a movie with the
a
same title, yeah. But this Friday, the 13th of July, we were informed of the passing of that amazingly talented poet, Professor Atukwe Okai. Now, you know, Professor Okai was a Ghanaian poet. Everybody knows him. He was a cultural activist and academic. He was also the Secretary General of the Pan-African Writers Association and the former president of the Ghana Association of Writers. And, you know, people remember his early work published under the name John Okai. And Maxwell Agwagwa will be interacting with some of the poets who have been influenced by his amazing life and taking how they have received this rather sad news.
Well, sad news that it was in the world of literary works. We'll see how that goes, and also ask the ordinary poets, those who had been looking up to him, and those who are making inroads in the industry today. So please join us for that conversation. But that'll be a wrap up of it. You also be joining us as you communicate with us on Facebook, join us on TV. You can watch us there live, and that's very crucial for you. I'm told data is now cheap. You can also watch us live on My Joy Online TV, which is our regular channel on YouTube.
Indeed. And the Deputy Minister for Information is joining us. Don't forget, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah will be here. If you have questions, if there's something you want to ask him, why don't you tell us on our social media handles, and we will certainly put your questions to him. All right?
Okay, so we have to bring you the latest news updates. Don't forget, we would also be reviewing the newspapers thereafter. But now the latest news updates are for you. Stay on. It's the AM show live here on the channel.